Just wanted to go ahead and do a quick little stream here. We got some various pursuits and stuff that we kind of skipped over to go ahead and complete the campaign that we're going to be doing today. Obviously, you can see we have a bunch of adventures here in the EDZ that we can go ahead and take a look at. But we are back on our Titan here. We are about a level and a half away from max power, which is going to definitely open up some options when it comes to weapons and armor. We should start seeing some more purple weapons and gear come up here as well. Go ahead and get rid of some of these. But right now we're basically just going through and going to pick up some more of these pursuits and different little missions that you guys could pick up during your initial playthrough, or you could just wait till the end to do them. But let's pop over here. So let's see. Nothing we really need to know as far as the pursuits here. Looks like we do have a nice little gift from Eververse here in the tower. So let's go ahead and go get that real quick. Pick up some of this tower stuff, make it a little bit easier. Hey, bear. And of course we crashed. It's gotta love that. Good going, game. Alright, back to the tower we go. Let's see if we can manage to load in this time. But anyways, guys, I figured I'd just go ahead and do a quick little once over, see if we can't get this guy up to level 50 and see where we're at from there. We do have the Season 5 content that we could start working on as well. Do want to get the power levels up quite a bit more. The Drifter actually, for the Gambit series, has a bunch of bounties that are supposed to get you weapons and armor that'll go up to 640 for his season, so we may pick up a few of those while we're here at the tower, just once we hit level 50 and see where we're at. Yeah, the servers in Bungie are awesome, aren't they? Once again, back into pastel hell. Now, when I was playing on my Warlock over the last couple of days, I actually did complete this event, got the armor set and the exotic gun, stuff like that actually comes with this. So this event for my main character is completed. I'm not really feeling the reason to go through it again. So let's collect all these. Get those out of the way. We're getting to the point where we have to make a choice between the Drifter and the Vanguard. For those of you that do actually play the game with me, you know I'm probably gonna pick the Drifter no matter what, because you know the Vanguard's kind of not really a good place to be right now. Considering the fact we had to go and take care of that Cade problem ourselves, and they all cowered it out. Kind of hard to back them up. And we do get some good stuff going for the Drifter. So skip this, pick this up. Not that we actually need it, but it's gonna give us a few things here. Like a gift. We got another gun. Good job, Bungie.
Revel in being alive.
This lady never shuts up, I swear.
Any questions?
Yeah, I agree. Especially little Titan Vanguard Zavala over there. He's a regular winner. Alright, so we're gonna roll through this. Hopefully get up to level 50 pretty quick here. Now, I was going to do this on strikes. we do have the option of going in and getting some daily gear, stuff like that. So we can do that first. It's also going to elevate our gear levels here a little bit. So it looks like solar, which works out great for us because we're actually running a solar class right now. But while we're loading into this, we want to come over here to our inventory. Now, Tess Eververse sells these little fire team medallions. Go ahead and throw one of those on when you run your Vanguard missions. Even if you've already reached your max level, just it helps. Archive these because we don't need them. This all goes into our lore tab, so we don't have to actually read these. You can always read them later. And it sounds like we just started launching into the strike, so got a little bit of time here. Whoa! Good job, Bungie. So it looks like we got some engrams already started up here. And let's see, Tangled Shore shell. Nothing special there. And it looks like we got a ship. Let's see what this one looks like here. For you, those of you that don't know, I'm actually using the Black Armory ship on this character here. It's the Ada 1's Lone Wolf. I could transfer over a few of my other ships and actually buy back a few of my ships, but for now, that's not a bad little ship to roll with. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna do Will of the Thousands on Mercury.
Guardian, we have an emergency.
If you've got through the Forsaken campaign, you do actually have to do this as one of the missions to complete the Mars area. But it's a mission version. The strike version is a little bit more difficult, but not too bad. Biggest thing is just take your time. Don't be in a crazy rush to, you know, fly through an area and end up getting sniped. This guy here knows what he's doing. If we can hit them, we can do a lot of damage. So this is Vanguard weapon for this season. It's called the Service Revolver. I've been working on trying to get a good roll for it, but honestly probably just going to run with the auto rifle. It's got a nice solar burn on it, which is good for this strike anyways.
Defeating Xol with conventional weapons is too dangerous. We need Rasputin's help. Luckily, he's given us access to the Valkyrie, a powerful javelin that's part of his neural network. But even the Valkyrie will need additional power to stop Xol. We'll use Rasputin's core to overcharge it.
Throw a hammer. And it looks like we blew ourselves up. Awesome. It's no worries. We're actually pretty close to our other characters, so they didn't leave us behind too far. Now real quick while we got a second, we're going to grab a hold of this little drink that they gave us. Go ahead and hit your triangle button. Pick your perk. We don't have enough essence to do it, so. But basically, the idea is we drink that and we get a little bit more
Open the cooling
boost.
vents on the inhibitors, then hit it with everything you've got.
These guys are doing decent cleanup work, so
Core power levels
go ahead and just start speed running to the next area.
will result in a critical failure. All personnel are advised to initiate safety protocols. Remember, a safe work environment is a happy work environment.
Looks like we got some fireworks. It's one of the little side perks of this event is to get the fireworks going here.
Is giving off strange readings. I need a closer look.
Now when he scans this, we're going to want to go ahead and run right over here because you're going to get 3 exploders for the thrall that pop up right here. It's best to deal with them first and foremost. And there we go. Gotta get used to this grenade. I'm not used to it yet.
Got it. Neural net is online and ready. Now for the inhibitor vent.
Looks like our friend here is actually running the sleeper simulant, which is the exotic weapon for this area. Well, the important one anyways. There are a couple exotics for the Mars area, but the sleeper is definitely the one that you want to try for. I would say that it's an unnecessary gun in Season 6. There are better options, but it's still a pretty good heavy weapon. Obviously, you can still see people using the thing. And more of those exploder thralls, gotta get those out of the way. Their blast radius is a little reduced from what I was used to with Destiny 1, but they still pack a punch. Forget to pick up your hammer. Open up this inhibitor vent. Give it a good shot. Now there are 3 of those. We kind of let the other guys take care of the other 2. So, like I said, once you go through this mission a few times, you'll actually know where everything is. Now this next area is definitely one of those you probably will use a super in. Just
Really use the Valkyrie right now.
looks like we got the guy that actually knows what he's doing. And
Alright. I need you to throw the Valkyrie into the core and force a full meltdown.
these guys look like they're actually trying to complete, which is fine. I remember we started this for XP, so if we get a little extra XP from clearing out a room, that's always a good thing. You can see with the new event, you're going to get quite a bit of orbs of light flying around. That's part of the reason why we talked to Eva there in the tower. It gives us a perk called Revelic Light, which actually helps us out. Go ahead, run up here. These guys are going to throw the thing. You're going to grab it, and you're going to kind of pick up the stragglers.
The energy readings from the Valkyrie are off the charts.
Let's see what Zold thinks of cutting-edge braid tech.
I want to help them out, but for the most part, that Valkyrie's hard to beat, so We're just gonna go on our way to the boss. Run through a couple of very, very poorly unused areas here to get up to the boss. There definitely should have been some ads in here. I'm not sure what Bungie was thinking with that. It would have been nice for a final ammo run though.
I've never seen anything so powerful. Be careful.
I'm just gonna unload into this guy, and got a guy with a sleeper that's gonna do some damage, so. Now he is a solar enemy, so those fireballs are gonna hurt. He's gonna go ahead and go immune there, so we actually got him down low enough. We're gonna kill some enemies. Wait for him to pop back up. Do make sure to stay out of the way of the falling worm.
We make a pretty good team, if I do say so myself.
Daily strike challenge complete. Look at that, Vanguard bounty complete. We got all kinds of stuff, and we are going to start picking up that Reverick Essence. We got an advanced paradox amplifier. We got all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and run a few more strikes. Now, the one thing about that little fire team medallion we ran is for the Crucible, for the strike area here, and obviously public events, that thing is going to run for 4 hours. You know, some of you may not play for a whole full 4 hours, but don't worry. I mean, they're not crazy expensive. I think they're like 50 Bright Dust, which when you start getting rid of your, you know, Eververse type gear and start getting rid of stuff that's cluttering up your inventory, you'll find out real quick, like some people throw away this ghost because they don't think they need it. But once you start getting rid of some of that stuff, you're gonna find you're actually gonna have a big stack of just random stuff. Now also you see we got this Vanguard Tactician tokens here. This is the strike currency. We give these to Zavala. I love Boo Boo Zavala. We're going to go ahead and throw this advanced paradox amplifier over here into our little prophecy, because we can actually do this on this character and it still counts for our goal. Now for the prophecies that you have there, like shaders, you can always buy shaders back. Great way to get Bright Dust, Glimmer, Legendary Shards, different stuff that you need. Now, if you do happen to find a specific one that you're looking for, just remember that your collections have any one that you dismantle or that you collect into your shader pile back there. You can buy them back whenever you get to the point where you actually want to get your armor set up. But we're going to go ahead and run another strike here. I think that's going to be pretty much the gist of this video. That wasn't that hard. We did pretty good. Since we're running the solar class, we're actually doing decent on that. So it looks like we are working with the Forsaken campaign here. This is one of the Forsaken bosses, actually. So I'm gonna collect this chest real quick. we drop that off, we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Reload our little auto rifle here because this is our best friend. Honestly, the handgun's kind of garbage for us, so this works out nicely. It shreds through enemies with elemental damage, so it's definitely a unique piece. As you play this, the more and more, once you get up into the higher power levels, you'll probably just ride your Sparrow down to this point. You're going to see a bunch of ads right here where it says new objective. So you do have some more shield. Standard, kind of like the stuff we dealt with when we ran through here the last couple times during the Forsaken campaign. Remember shield lurkers here that are going to, you know, remember shoot them in the feet. I'll punch him in the head. Oop, watch out for the squeebs. Give that guy a grenade to walk around with on his face. Make him think about what he's done. Punch this dude in the head. Bound to get killed eventually, so go ahead and let this guy do what he wants to do. Looks like we got a couple clowns here, so no big deal. These guys are level 50, so I was getting a little overzealous when it came to the run, so I'll stay back a little bit and let them do some of the work. Save me some headache. You may notice we already cleared our next power level as well, so we are actually, I believe, at level 49 now? Yes, because we're still getting experience for levels and not for engrams. Now every time you level up after you get to level 50, since that is the top, you will still gain the experience just to get the various little pieces. You get those little green engrams all the time, so it does have a benefit to not actually getting rid of the experience bar. Hop over here because we know where we're going. Now, in the strike version, like I said the last time we were talking about this, we would cover it eventually, there is these plates now. These plates are going to cause it to spawn more enemies, so hop up here, we're going to kill enemies that spawn in as we go. Well, our hunter's being kind of... Whoa! Dude, are you okay? That guy just went flying. Of course, the Fanatic's a little cryy right now because all of his little Baron friends are horribly executed by us, but it's okay. He'll probably get over it eventually. Or he'll be a big lump on the floor and it won't really matter to any of us, right? But you can see everybody kind of just hops across there. Takes a couple hits of damage, whatever needs to happen. Get a Warlock here, it's pretty decent, so. And we got that super back, look at that. Remember what I said, obviously you can see they went and cleaned up on the back side, but they went up the right side, so. same thing with this side. Now, the cool thing about this is if you actually can time it properly with a couple of people in a fire team, each one of these pads, if you drop them almost simultaneously, basically one guy jumps on one end, one guy jumps on the other end, you get this little cool bonus perk where you actually get a trophy for activating both pads at the same time. So we've seen our hunter go down there, so we're going to go ahead and load up this side too. This is going to make the fight down here a little more difficult, but too bad. Because basically it spawns in enemies based on how many plates you're standing on. So until you're used to what's actually going to spawn in here, you probably want to go ahead and not try for this trophy, but if you think you can handle it, go ahead. Now obviously since we already have the Triumph, it's not going to give it to us again, but basically both plates dropped at the same time, which is going to give somebody, hopefully in here, a nice little trophy for completing that little Triumph. These guys seem like they know what they're doing, so probably more likely than not, they actually already have said trophy. Oop, looks like we got a little too close. Our dear Warlock buddy over here is definitely trying very hard to get back over to us, but we can respawn. We'll run down here, run back into this little area. It's going to take a little bit to get back to where we were, but not too much. Okay, I already got some orbs of light spawning in, which is great because then we can use that special ability again. I remember we're using the third subclass because we actually have it, and we want to get those abilities unlocked, which we should see another perk for that here shortly. We should actually be at level 50 by the time we finish this. Now, cool thing is we don't have the weird fire traps anymore. Even better, we can jump straight up here. I don't know why somebody would run around the outside when they just watched the lower level player take the shortcut, but you know, who knows. I still hear some gunfire back there, so I'm going to go ahead and just take a seat. Looks like he's trying to kill that one enemy. Apparently we didn't get him down.
Face me. Show me what you are.
I'm going to give this guy a little 1-2 here. So this is going to be definitely a couple of spawns here. These just endless enemies. It's kind of nice though because with the right sets of skills in a dungeon or the right needs, you can actually burn through some supers in here pretty easily. And he's already immune, so load up, load our heavy gun, and go ahead. He's going to tether us, kind of suck us towards him. Just shoot him, get your shield down. Try not to get that close to him if you can. Otherwise you end up going for a ride. Get that heavy machine gun out. Special gun, whatever you got. We are still getting shot a little bit here, so we're gonna have to kind of pick our battles with these guys. We're low on health. We got a new skill here. Helped out our guys with their various supers, hopefully. You probably generate a ton of orbs of light through there. And we picked up some more heavy ammo. We're gonna go ahead and load up our heavy machine gun again. Wait for him to decide to suck us back in again. Give him a couple of 1-2s with this, and usually don't get killed in the tether. And we did actually get about 2-3 quarters, so maybe one more strike and we should be done with our strikes for the week. Get our level 50 and go from there. Now while we're waiting for whatever to spawn us out of here, let's go ahead and see what we got. So we did not actually get anything here. We're still progressing. We're about 56%. What we got was a triumph for our class, for the Titan. So I'm going to go ahead and find that one real quick. A Sunbreaker. 10 enemies with a single super using Burning Wall. Oh, easy enough. Grenades, grenades. And fusion grenades, 100 kills. We're actually using fusion grenades, so that works out nicely for us. Should be able to get through that little triumph right there. And we are level 49, folks. Let's go ahead and take a look, see if we picked up any new gear. This 500 area, the cap's kind of weird, so we probably won't get anything too awesome until we start getting some more purple weapons dropping. So now we could keep the service revolver, but I think we're going to drop our light level just a little bit. Go back to our other auto rifle. I'm not sure. Yeah, we can keep it up there. It's fine. So we are running at about 35 minutes right now. I'm going to run this last strike here, see if we can't actually get to level 50. If it runs a little long, it runs a little long. But hopefully you guys watch it to the end and see us get up to level 50. Any of you guys got any questions or anything, please drop us a comment. I know Destiny 2 came out as a free game for PlayStation back last fall. The actual core game isn't too expensive. I think I actually picked up a physical copy on GameStop for like $9 brand new. So I like physical copies over digital. You still got quite a bit of data stored on it, but it's nice to be able to have that disc on your shelf that says, hey, I own this. We'll go up here. Looks like we're going to do this one. We are doing the level 500 strike, so we should be start getting some more of the purple gear. Not sure why we're still getting a lot of blue gear, but these are pretty much the top strikes for the game, so. I was not really too sure what our friends back there are doing. So one of the things real quick while we're sitting in the strike here, we do also have some other things. Zavala over here for the Vanguard, so there's these things called Boot of the Vanguard. These blue ones actually have an opportunity to drop an exotic, so if you have the extra legendary shards and you're not trying to buy exotics from or enhancement cores to get armor up, go ahead and pick up 10 or 15 of these, and then when you run your strikes, you just add one at the beginning. You also you can get one of these from Lord Shaxx, which is going to give you the Crucible one. So if you're playing the player versus player mount, you could actually be the guy that gives 12 people in the room an exotic weapon, and that's a great feeling. You'd be that cool guy that actually gives 12 guys a really awesome weapon. I haven't said I got too many thank you notes for that one, but every once in a while you do get a random message of somebody that's like, hey, thank you so much for, dropping that boon. Not sure what's going on here with our fire team. I think they're waiting for somebody else to spawn in, or somebody got disconnected. They're trying to join back. Something's happening down there. We're just going to go ahead and collect our experience from the forest and try and stay alive here. Give this guy a hammer. Shot to the head.
Guardian, we need your assistance in the forest.
What have the Vex done now?
Because we're ultimately just trying to get to level 50, so
Hurry!
even if we don't complete this strike completely, we can certainly get the experience. Show that guy freaking why he shouldn't snipe people from the low ground. Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I have the high ground thing. Looks like at least one of the guys actually decided to join us here, I think. Yep. Looks like our Warlock did, so I think the Hunter just disconnected. Happens every once in a while, so hopefully he loaded back in. Well, we're gonna keep working on getting our kills. We have a lot of Vex hobgoblins in here, which is kind of not cool, but after a while they just become more of a nuisance than anything. Right now we have a perk on the, or a deterrent on our strike characters that say we have a status called glass, which means we have half our health and half our actual armor level, so that's why you're a little more subjective to damage than we normally would be. A couple of enemies down here we can take out. Now, the Infinite Forest is one of those areas where you can kind of speed run past a lot of that stuff, but since we're going for experience points, we're going a little slower.
Because it does.
You say that like this isn't your fault.
It won't happen again.
Yes, it will.
The banter between Osiris and Sagira sometimes. Definitely like an old married couple.
Radiolaria machines are everywhere.
They are the primary vector by which the Vex remade the planet.
That module was hiding a path. The root mind is trying to keep us from that
So in the
spire.
strike version you gotta kill those little module things, but those shields definitely mess up your day.
Through a series of modules and
You can
arc
get in
energy.
there.
That root mine looks right at home in its spire, and we did such a good job killing it the first time.
Looks like we got a little Titan skid there.
Doing this again will build character. Every battle is a learning experience, whether you're a Godslayer or a neophyte.
You sound like Lord Shaxx.
No.
Osiris is definitely older
Sounds
than
like me.
Lord Shaxx, so... I do appreciate the Egyptian theme they went with this. Nope. I'm not the only one that got booted. Exploding Vex. And there we have it, level 50, maximum level. So we'll go ahead and finish out this story just before the video ends, but I think after this we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Send me a comment, send me a like, if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate each one. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and kind of get you a little feeling on how this works. Oh, looks like we got into that Vex fluid. The guy that's running with us is pretty cool though, so.
Know your way around. What else did I miss when I was out?
We
I remember the
jumped up a
last
bunch of
time we
rocket
came in here,
cannons. Does that count?
Actually, yes.
the ghost for Osiris was actually in charge, and our ghost was asleep, so he doesn't really know his way around like Sagira does. shielded enemies. Hopefully they can get the shield down and like that. There's the boss. There's a Minotaur hiding over here. Minotaur. Ultimately, we're going to work our way up and up and up and up. More up. Eventually, we'll get to the top.
I was hoping the root mine would take longer to get set up, but its arc beam is at full intensity. It'll be as tough as it was the first time.
I wasn't here for that. I think I was dead.
Don't be dramatic. You were asleep.
I saw things in the dark. The Traveler was there. And it was so small.
Give that hobgoblin something to think about. Drop a fusion grenade on his face. Or can't punch him, throw a grenade at him. You do want to try and kill all the wanted enemies in these strikes. If you're going for triumph scores, it does help a lot. I do believe our Titan is a little shorter than our Warlock as well. It could be just me, but it does seem like the Minotaurs are a little larger than what I'm used to.
The root mine's arc network has been disrupted.
Now the mine itself.
Working on it.
Now, because of the nature of the beast, we're going to have to kind of work through it for a minute. It shouldn't be too bad.
Root mine has been neutralized.
Oh, there we go.
Osiris, if you had any plans for this thing when you simulated it, I'm afraid there's not much of it left.
You've done well, Guardian. That pulse would be useful.
Looks like we got tokens, so we're going to go ahead and force this off the edge, because it doesn't need to be up here. And treasure chest is going to spawn up here in the middle. Looks like we did get the weekly procced off, but anyways, guys, looks like we managed to do that in just under 50 minutes. Definitely hit level 50 a lot faster, but finished 3 strikes. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to orbit. I hope you really enjoyed this. Once again, I'm Dredge and Lucifer, and I am out of here.